I am not the world's greatest investor because I missed this one completely. The fart coins hit $1 billion in capitalization. I presume this is very... Yeah, it's probably very popular in 13 to 15-year-old boys, I'm guessing. A lot of lunch money went into this. But, you know, but we got back to this. Remember, we were just there. And then all these, like, meme coins blew up, right? And here they are again. And that's what I mean, a serial bubble blower. Normally it takes time to lick those wounds and forget about the pain. But now with somebody, air quotes, somebody, rhymes with Jerome Wowell, and all his buddies throwing money in constantly, you get this kind of stuff. This to me is just a full-on indicator light on our dashboard that says we're anything but too restrictive in our monetary policy right now.
Anything but too restrictive. I mean, especially when you just got this much speculation, and most people think they're investing, but they're gambling is what they're doing. And,
yeah.
And when the Fed keeps this much liquidity, they keep blowing these bubbles in the short run. There's always some new shiny object for investors to roll the dice on, and we're in an environment where this is like playing Russian roulette, and we don't know when it's going to end, but there are certainly signs under the surface to tell us that it's getting closer to the end than it is just the initial continuation. And I am actually concerned, you know, because just all this euphoria that's around Bitcoin right now and the cryptocurrencies are concerning to me, because I'm seeing people take ridiculous risk, and I'm seeing people that have had their lives changed from higher prices, and they're reluctant to diversify and lock in some of those gains because greed has the temptation to take over. So this to me is a little crazy.
A lot of eyes were opened when Bitcoin hit 100,000, and I can tell you a hell of a lot more eyes are going to be opened when Bitcoin hits 1 million, and I'm confident it's going to hit 1 million. I think we're all confident in this room that it's going to hit 1 million.
Okay.
I can tell you.
So this isn't just anybody, but this is Trump's son, Eric Trump. And he goes on to say he recommended that maybe people mortgage their houses, just empty their 401ks. Like, he's that confident. Just that's it. Just go all in, like stuff that would get you and I rightly in a lot of trouble. Not financial advice. I didn't put that up there as financial advice for anybody. Let me be crystal clear about that. But I'm seeing that's a level of, in my business, I consider that an irresponsible statement to make. I guarantee this is going to 1 million, and you should mortgage your house and dump your 401k and borrow money and put it in.
I don't understand.
I have trouble with that.
I don't understand that at all. There's a lack of respect for the position that he's in to be able to make that statement. And if this doesn't pan out the way that he's speculating that it is, and the assumption is that he has some type of inside information, Chris, these markets do so much damage to so many people when there's this much euphoria and this much liquidity and this much speculation, because there are desperate people. There are people who want to own a house so bad they can't stand it, and they're going to take their down payment. They're going to put it in there. They're going to make these speculations, and if this isn't the single best investment in the future, then they could be wiped out if it's no different than any other bubble that we've seen in the past. And my concern is Bitcoin is supposed to be a medium of exchange, but everybody's holding on to it. It needs to operate as money, and we're exchanging back and forth. And I struggle with that because of a couple of things. One, it's not been tested during a major downturn. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what if we have an event like 2008 or a recession like 2000, 2002? Furthermore, it's been tracking pretty much the NASDAQ movements for the past 6 months, so it seems to be a little bit more of a technological innovation and speculation when you overlay those charts together. And I actually have that chart in here somewhere. It is quite interesting. It's busy, but I don't, we just don't know because it's not been tested and it's a new technology. And here's the next concerning thing. Google announces this Willow quantum computing algorithm. Who knows how far it'll go? Yep. and you know more about this than I do because you were the one that brought that to my attention. But if that can break the encryption, now all of a sudden Bitcoin's obsolete. So the question is this a new technology that emerges into something else? Is it kind of like the cassette tape? That was revolutionary when I could, when I was a child and I could put that big old cassette tape on my hip and earphones and cut the grass, and then it moved to CDs, and now we're to digital files. So it's going to be aggressive in nature because it's an emerging technology that can be replaced by technology.
Yeah, let me pull this up because I think somebody put a pretty good thread up around this. Now, listen, a little bit of the Willow thing is PR. It's got a little marketing on it, right? So Google wants to talk about how exciting this is for them. But when I pull this up, let me see if I can quickly find this because, boy, wow, so many things to talk about these days. My bookmarks are packed. Here it is. I thought this was a good, pull this up, full size it, and we'll come in. So GC Cook, the Graham Cook here, had a really nice thread on this, and he is a CEO founder, making money smarter with blockchain, AI, author of Web3, ex-Google. Founded and exited Qubit. So I think he knows something about this because a qubit is a measure of computational power within the so-called quantum computing space. So at any rate, this was pretty interesting what they announced.
With their random circuit sampling benchmark. The results are pretty surprising. By our best estimates, a calculation that takes Willow under 5 minutes would take the fastest supercomputer 10 to the 25 years. That's a 1 with 25 zeros following it, or a timescale way longer than the age of the universe.